Right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first day of NAMM. You all look so bright and cheery. My name is Tim Carroll. I'm Vice President of our worldwide audio sales. And on behalf of us all at AVID, we are very thrilled to have you with us here today and to tell you about some significant advances that we are unveiling here today as part of AVID Everywhere for audio. So we're going to jump right into it. I'd like to introduce to you AVID's Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer, Luis Hernandez Jr.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. I hear there's some exciting things being announced today. Did you guys hear the same thing? As you, yes, all right. You've heard, I'm the Chairman and CEO of AVID. I've been here about 24 months now, and you may have heard that we have been busy, very busy. We have launched through AVID Everywhere the most ambitious and far-reaching product suite really since our inception. Now, you know the industry is in transition, and ever since the digitization of that idea you have to create content, that music, that song, that idea, the enjoyment and pleasure of another person has become fully digitized. It really began to change everything about our business and about the way we think about doing what we love to do. And it's also allowed us to bring these two people closer, more powerfully, more efficiently. But as an artist, you no longer have the luxury of just worrying about the song. You have to worry about the entire workflow if you want to sustain doing what you love doing. And we're all adjusting. AVID's been adjusting as well. That our industry is facing. But one thing that hasn't changed is the power of connecting two people, inspiring others to make their lives better. Now, we announced AVID Everywhere, as you guys probably know, first with a white paper, then an NAB with some working products, including the platform, then an IBC, and today, another set of sweeping additions in our next journey, step in the journey for AVID Everywhere. We couldn't think of a better place than here at NAMM, the most important audio show in the world. So let me first remind you, before we get to what's coming, let me remind you where we've been. The first thing we did was we created this platform, this operating system to handle any kind of media, not just an audio file, not just for film or gaming, but for broadcast, a set of shared services from anything from content creation to distribution, to just make it simpler and easier. Then on top of this, we put on all kinds of common services that you share, whether or not you're making a song, you're making a movie, you're creating a game. So it's just simpler and easier for everybody. And then on top of that, you have applications that service your needs. These applications can be for writing a song, like Pro Tools, or editing or mixing, but it can also be for movies or gaming or composing. The point is it allows you to pick and choose applications that make sense to you. And you get to enter the ecosystem and participate in a way that makes sense for you. If you're a guitarist, or if you're a mixer, or if you're a producer, or if you're a gamer, everybody can participate in the shared applications. So that was a quick reminder, the flexibility to do what you'd like to do. Let me go back now into what we'll be announcing today. First of all, the way AVID looks at the world is human beings, we're all storytellers. Since before the written word, there's been cave drawings, there's been sound and music in order to communicate, to tell stories, to inspire, to educate, and to inform. And even though the tools have changed, this basic human connection hasn't. And who hasn't experienced hearing that song or that riff in the right way? It takes you right back to a moment in time that shaped who you were. We've all had those experiences, right? Maybe you're going to hear some this weekend. Who knows? It has certainly been the case for me growing up not too far from here in the LA area. But let me tell you a story about one of my favorite artists, Trombone Shorty. You may know him. I hear he's actually going to be here now. Love his music, love his story even more. Now, when he was about 4 years old, someone in his community in New Orleans gave him a horn, and his life changed forever. He's a Grammy Award-winning artist. Maybe some of you know him. Very prolific, very popular. He's everywhere. But what if nobody ever gave him that horn or that chance to tell his story? What if our favorite artists, or any of you, never had your chance to tell your story? Well, here at AVID, we started really thinking, how can we give everybody their chance? See, AVID has tremendous distribution all over the world and have always been a part of this creative community. What if anybody learning their craft could use the same tools of their favorite artists, their heroes, immediately? And what if they could start within minutes, simply and easily, priced and packaged so that everybody could afford it? Wouldn't that be cool if people could do that? I think so. Well, now they can, because today we are introducing Pro Tools First. I want you to check this out. Make sure you get this on film. Video's tight, huh? Looks good? Looks good? As you can see, you didn't read that right. Now, you like that? You didn't read that wrong. It is actually free. Pro Tools First, AVID is inviting all artists to join our community. We're tearing down the gates. You see, everybody has a right to tell their story. No longer limited by your economic means, limited only by the strength of your dreams and the intensity of your conviction. Pro Tools First is free to everyone. Now, let me tell you a little bit about how it works. It's an entry point product, professional grade, but simple to use. You can create 3 projects with up to 16 tracks and a free virtual instrument, along with free storage, limited amount of free storage. Everyone has the right to express themselves, and now they can by joining the AVID community. This is big. And now we're making it possible for everyone to join that exclusive club of fulfilling their own dreams using professional grade products for free. This is your horn. All right. What about the professionals? What about those of you who've already made music your life's work. Well, our heritage is with those sophisticated users, those houses and facilities who have dedicated their lives to this profession. And so we challenged ourselves by asking, how can we help those student facilities automate their entire workflow so they're in a better position to sustain what they love doing? None of us have the luxury of just focusing on the creative side anymore. The business has changed, our lives have changed, but we love doing this. So AVID, in thinking about, well, how can we help our friends in our community by leveraging where we've been? So we started thinking, what if they started moving projects around from room to room without worrying about what version of software they're on? And what if they could add more people to their projects without busting their budgets? And what about collaborating? Whether or not it's 2 people, groups of people, or all around the world, what if they could work together live on the same project at the same time as though they were next to each other, just like you were working side by side? And what if everything like media management, the metadata tagging, tracking, handling the background, what if we took care of all that so you could focus on what you love doing, creating that magical sound? And what if you could find the right person to add that special guitar lick, that vocal, that drum groove that you need to take it to the next level? Imagine if there was a place you could go find the right people easily and immediately to engage with and collaborate. And what if you were working on that song at 3 a.m.? How many of you have done this? And you just need that one plug-in or virtual effect that you can't seem to get working right. What if you could get it right now? Imagine that it was downloaded easily. You can continue working immediately, click of a button. And what if you could access the latest work from wherever you are? Instead of fumbling around with drives or disks that your kid brother stepped on, your mom lost, or whatever it is, endless passwords that you have to remember, what if you just had one place where everything you've created was available to you anywhere? I think that'd be pretty cool. And once you've created this work that you worked so hard on, what do you do with it? Besides getting my mom to listen to it, I'd like others to hear it. I'd like to share it, maybe even get paid for it. But I want to do this securely. Wouldn't that be cool if we could do something like that? This is what AVID's been thinking about. And all of this is part of Pro Tools 12, AVID Collaboration Services, and an unbelievable thing we call the AVID Marketplace that will blow your mind. Check this out.
Creativity starts with a spark. And with the right people, you can ignite it into something greater. Introducing Pro Tools 12. Featuring new flexible licensing, AVID Cloud Collaboration, and the AVID Marketplace. Connect with the best talent, no matter where they are. Track riffs with your favorite guitarist in Atlanta, drop in a drum track from Dubai. Or lay down the leads from Shanghai. With Pro Tools 12 and AVID Cloud Collaboration, the world is your studio. And with the AVID Marketplace, find and connect with the best talent anywhere in the world through the artist community. Get the latest plugins from the AVID App Store without ever leaving Pro Tools. Store and manage your media securely in the cloud so you can access your projects anywhere. And when you're done, be heard on a global stage with the Content Marketplace, where you can get recognition and payment for your work. It's never been easier to get Pro Tools. Subscribe monthly, annually, or own it outright. And if you're new to recording, check out Pro Tools first, a free version of the world's leading digital audio workstation. Create, collaborate, be heard. This is Pro Tools 12.
Yeah, what do you think, huh? If you're wondering, you really just saw that. That's really happening. Yeah. It's cool though, huh? All right. That's really awesome. We're really excited about it, but let me hit some of the highlights that you just heard to make sure you understand what we're talking about. You can see we've been busy. First of all, you saw flexibility in pricing and packaging. You can still buy it outright, just as you always have with an activation card, a reseller, or download it via the cloud. But now you can actually subscribe by month or by year. Total flexibility on how you deploy these tools in a way that works for you and your budget. You also saw you can stay current on the latest innovations with automated push indexes and new features, again, all via the cloud. Simple and easy updates. Let me hit you on a couple other things. You saw cloud collaboration. This is totally awesome. Groundbreaking set of collaboration capabilities delivered by that Media Central platform we showed earlier. And if you think about this, we're starting with audio, but remember, anybody else in the community can collaborate. This means film producers, broadcast networks, gamers. You get to join the broader community, but it's starting first with Pro Tools. You're going to show the way to the rest of the community. And then you can invite anyone to join together as though you're sitting next to them via chat. You saw that chatting capability. You can have multiple users sitting, talking, dialoguing, working on that track to get it just right. All the project syncing, the media management, the metadata tracking, the processing, all that happens behind the scenes on the platform. So your asset that you're creating, that song, the lifetime value is going up. So you can actually sustain what you love doing while you get to focus on the part that you like, creating the asset itself, creating that too. It's really that simple. It's pretty cool. Now, let me take you more about this AVID marketplace. Again, this marketplace is going to be available to all forms of artists, not just on the audio side, but the audio team is leading the way. You're the first that's going to be allowed to use the marketplace. Let's just take you down how this works. First, the artist community, essentially a social area for people who've committed their life to creating great work. You put your profile on there. You're a guitarist, you're a mixer, you're an editor, you're a singer, you're a producer. Now, big companies like, largest companies in the world, they want to go on there in case they're looking for somebody to pick up that project they're running for a promo or a new feature film. You might want to do it because this is a good way for you to get to know other people. You put your profile on there, works you've done, you can have people rate your work and comment on your work if you'd like. Now you're looking for that guy that plays the guitar the way you like it, has that magical lick, and lays down that groove. You can find him, you can invite him to a session. Now you're on that session, you go out to collaboration services via the cloud with that chatting capability. Get to know the person, practicing your both in Pro Tools. By the way, what if he doesn't have Pro Tools? What do you use? Who can answer that question? Pro Tools first. It's free. Get on it. We can start working right now. Now we start working, but you don't have the same plugins I have. How are we going to solve this problem? You pop out to the App Store. They're already certified, which means AVID's guaranteeing those things work. In-app click. You're going to continue to work. Stop wasting time making sure the technology works. Focus on the music. Now you've got this great work done. What are you going to do with it? You're going to lose it again. Your mom's already heard it 5 times. Your buddies, everybody you've heard it. What else can you do with it? Well, first of all, we need to store it somewhere so you don't lose it. We'll very inexpensively store in the cloud in a preset configuration. Why is this important? Remember, you're part of this bigger community. If anybody else wanted to use your file format for a movie, for a film, for broadcast and gaming, they're using the exact same format. It's like they created it themselves. Therefore, if they wanted to get it from you, to share it or buy it from you, it's much easier for them to incorporate it into their workflow. It's a big advantage coming off this marketplace. You've done all that. You've got this magical piece of work that you love. How are you going to get it out to the rest of the world? There's a whole bunch of ways. You can pay for services. You can go around the clubs and hope a label picks you up. You can also post your work on the content marketplace by AVID. Now remember, we have millions and millions of users, and we have thousands of the largest media companies in the world using this exact same platform, and now they can see your work. Once you post it, you have to sign a licensing agreement that we've gotten from the industry, one of several. These are the exact same industries you would be using if you went to a label, these license agreements. Therefore, if somebody incorporates your music, they already have the licensing worked out. Everything about that file is though it's their own. You could share it for free or you could charge for it. Unbelievable. This is called the AVID Marketplace. All right, everybody in the chain now has a chance to participate. Maybe you're seeing how this works. Regardless if you're an artist, a guitar player, a mixer, a producer, if you're a gamer, if you're making movies, you you can participate with the broader ecosystem, and we're inviting everybody in the audio community to join this bigger ecosystem. And you're going to get exposure for your work, for your talent, and licensing, as I mentioned, but this also applies to publishers. And today we're introducing Sibelius Cloud Publishing as well, revolutionizing how music scores are scored and sold online. You really need to check out the Sibelius booth here to see how that works. It's all in the marketplace. This is the AVID marketplace, and it is awesome. All right. We've made a broad set of sweeping announcements here today for artists who are taking their first song, to professionals who've been doing this for a long time, who are just trying to figure out a way to make what they do for what they love to do, they do for a living. And all of this opens up this vast global ecosystem that we're creating. You see, it starts for audio with Pro Tools first. This is your entry point into the ecosystem, giving everyone a free tool to pursue their dreams. Everyone has a right to tell their story. Join the community, it's free. Once you start to understand the joy and pleasure of creating content for somebody else to aspire to educate, inform, you can step up your work to the next level. Get Pro Tools 12. Subscribe by month, by year, buy it outright. It's up to you, all via the cloud. Next, with cloud collaboration, artists can work together anywhere in the world as though they're sitting next together in the same studio. We showed you how that worked. After that, you want to hang out in the AVID marketplace, beginning with the community, finding new talent, getting to know other people like-minded, getting those plugins and apps from the App Store, and then finally you can post your finished work to the content marketplace after they've been stored in an organized way that the rest of the community can use. This allows everybody in the community to participate in the way that they want. That's what AVID is announcing today with these changes. Now, everything I just described here today fits within our broader AVID Everywhere strategy. Today, it's making clear that the audio community is central to our long-term strategy, that everybody is able to participate in the community in a way that makes sense for them. You've seen the Pro Tools 12, the Pro Tools First, and the Marketplace open up for the first time with audio today. And we're helping all audio professionals connect with this global media network so that they can participate and get more value at a time you spend. Remember, this network is for audio, it's for film, it's for broadcast, it's for gaming, all part of one ecosystem. And the Marketplace and First are being launched here today with the audio. You're going to be carrying the load on this piece. We're inviting the rest of the community to join so that everybody, all artists, all distributors can come together, connecting those two people. The idea you have to create content for the enjoyment, pleasure of another person. We just want to bring the world together to make it easier. All right. At the heart of what AVID is fighting for with the audio community as we end this presentation here is making sure you can sustain what you love to do. And in order to allow you to make doing what you love, what you do for a living, we need to create a way where we can make everything more efficient, where the value goes to the artist, and you have a better chance of sustaining and having other people consume what you've created, that magical track that you laid down. This is what AVID Everywhere is all about. All right, I talked at the beginning about the importance of stories on our social fabric. Ever since, even before the written word, stories were told through music. They were told through drawings, even before languages occurred. And that connection between two people is as powerful as ever. And with AVID Everywhere, we're trying to connect with the community with today's tools in a more powerful way, so you can express yourself and people can enjoy your ideas more immediately, more powerfully, more efficiently. Whether or not you're starting out, whether or not you're an established musician, you have a reason to join this community. But I think it's pretty clear, AVID's fighting for you. AVID's fighting for your ability to do that thing you love to do. All those hours in your basement or at home, your voice should be heard, and we're trying to make it easier. And we want everyone to join us. Join the movement, join the community, because together we can find the joy. Thank you very much for coming today.